Hello, everyone.
Oh, we should starting.
Yeah. I started hit record and we started.
I didn't know.
Haha.
I was
I
doing my
got
own
you.
thing.
Well, what are we talking about today, my friend?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
No, we're not. Oh, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Yes.
High five. Yeah,
Can
man.
you-
Everyone out there, Merry Christmas to all the children and all the adults.
I want that 5.
There we go. Touch tips on our fingers there.
Wow! Don't
Some-
ever say that again.
Some good physical comedy. No
Remember,
one is
my
watching.
my mom listens to this now. So
Oh, yeah.
Nothing about tipping.
I think your mom just texted you.
Yep.
I want to put that on silent.
Yep, that's her. She's saying, "Watch your language."
Oh, man. She's already on to you. She's
Mhm.
on to us. All right. So, welcome, everyone. Episode 4 has officially started. Merry Christmas
Merry
and happy
Christmas.
holidays and Merry Kwanzaa and Happy New Year's.
Are there any other holidays?
Nope.
Boxing Day.
Okay.
That's in Australia. Your
Yes,
favorite continent.
yes.
Your favorite.
My favorite continent. Actually, it sort of is almost.
It
I
is
think
a continent,
Yeah, it is.
right? Don't
I always
lie.
think of Australia as a country, but I guess it is technically.
It is a country continent.
There's Asia, America. I don't want to get into this.
That's not what we're about.
No, this is about
Mysteries.
learning mysteries. So what's your mystery, my friend?
All right, gang. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna split up and we're gonna find the Montauk monster. No,
Oh,
I'm gonna be talking about the lead masks of. Oh gosh,
Leadington?
Vintém,
of course, a Vintém. Yes,
of Vintém Hill.
Vintém Hill. Where's that? Do you know?
That's gonna be in Brazil.
Oh,
It's going to be. Where is this located at? It's,
Brazil.
170 miles east of Rio de Janeiro.
Oh, yes.
That's that famous place where Rio,
Olympics.
the movie, was made.
Of course, because
You know, with the
Rio.
birds and the kid from who played the guy that made Facebook.
Zuck.
Well, it's
Old
not actually
Z-
Zuckerberg. He was busy grilling some meats.
Oh, yes, he was making meats with his friends.
Yep. Wild meats take
Some
the
wild
best.
meats. Well, that sounds. Wait, what's it called?
Lead masks of Vintém Hill.
Vintém.
Are you typing it in? Don't look it up.
No, I'm typing it in for my own research later.
Oh, okay.
So let's give me the deets, man. I got to hear the
Well,
deets.
what are you going to
Give
talk
me the
about? I thought
deets.
you were going to give me.
Oh, I should tell you. I'm talking about the Boogeyman and how it relates to Christmas.
What?
The origin story of the Boogeyman.
Krampus?
I don't think it's Krampus. It's just the Boogeyman.
Well, yeah,
the
but
Bogeyman, as he's called in the older days, or the Booger Man. He has many names and from across many cultures. So we're going to be getting into that.
by the way, if I'm sniffling too much, I apologize, everyone. I have got really bad allergies here.
Yes, you do. I can tell. You look horrible. So give me. Look, you're over there sipping your drink. Let's
Well-
get in. Let's dive in. Let's not waste people's time. This is an important time. They're driving home right now.
Or maybe they're driving from work.
Yes.
Wait, it's Sunday.
Very
Who
important
works on
side note.
Sunday? Anyways. August 1966.
Good year.
Brazil, hillside. 2 men are found dead by a young boy running around, flying his kite, having the time of his life. No worries. Winds were perfect for kite flying, so he's skipping along. Yeah, flying that kite, having a good old time. All of a sudden, found a couple dead bodies.
Oh no.
So he finds a stick and starts poking at him real good.
No, don't do that.
After about 30 minutes, he's like, maybe I should tell someone.
Uh-huh.
So he runs back to tell the police, and they're like, okie doke, but it's hard to get up there, so we'll go check it out in a day. Takes him a
Classic.
day to get up there. By the time they finally get up there and are able to look at everything, the 2 men that they find, there are 2 electronic technicians
Okay.
by the names of
Bill and
Bill and Ted. Miguel Jose Viena and Manuel Piera de Cruz.
of course, Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, direct descendant.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually
His
the guy
cousin.
that got Tom Cruise into Scientology.
Oh, that's right. I think
Yeah.
I read that on the interwebs.
Tumblr.
Yeah, it's on my Tumblr blog.
It was on my
later.
Tumblr blog. Yeah. Anyways, the bodies are found and they're sent back immediately to go have them examined. Well, the coroner was so busy he wasn't able to check them for a week.
What? How many dead? There's a lot of dead bodies in Brazil, I guess.
Yep.
Coroner's busy. That busy?
Stacking them up.
Poor guy.
They're like, I don't know, just put them in a pile over there.
Ugh.
But anyways, what's really weird is the men, they were found wearing suits with raincoats. They had crudely cut lead masks on their face that are just, they were so crudely made that it's literally something that you had to hold up to your face, and then it didn't have anything to hook on the head or just to stay there. You had to hold it there the whole time. When they searched their pockets, they had a couple of receipts from different places they had been.
The mask store. The lead mask store receipt.
They made the mask themselves.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Man in the Iron Mask.
Ah, yes.
And not only that, they found a box with a empty water bottle and 2 wet towels. They were going to have themselves a wet towel fight on top of the hill.
Wet towels. I'm trying to think of what you would need those for.
Wet towel fight.
I guess they say you should always have a towel with you anywhere you go.
Do they?
The survival mechanism, yeah.
Do they say that, or does Towley say that?
I think Towley says it, and it's also said in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. So you always bring a towel.
Yeah, but yeah, that's in the galaxy. I mean,
so these guys are probably aliens, right? From outer space.
You can't tell, but I'm raising my eyebrow like The Rock famously does.
Oh my gosh, that glare.
Like I smell something cooking.
Okay.
Anyways, so they're looked into. The police don't know what's going on. Oh, they also found a notebook containing some very cryptic notes. It had a little bit of a diary written, but the instructions read, 1630, be at specified location. 1830, ingest capsules. After effect, protect metals, await signal, mask.
Okay, that's very weird.
Very weird. They also had there was a whole bunch of like letters and numbers that they couldn't figure out, and they believed it to be an alphanumeric code.
Okay.
There were no signs of any violence or of a struggle. So the authorities, they had no idea what to do. The men were just laying there dead. Coronary couldn't tell them what the capsules were they ingested because it had been so long when they finally did investigate the bodies that their internal organs had started to decay, so they could tell them nothing.
Oh, dang it.
So now the police had to go to, all right, well, let's follow this paper trail. They got the receipts.
Literally a paper trail.
Literal paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, there's 2 little kids going to the woods, but they use bread, but these guys had paper trail.
Yeah, exactly. We'll cut up pieces of paper, like a giant CVS receipt that leads them.
There you go. Just little bits of paper.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here we go. Get the dogs on it. So they followed they found out that the people are from
Brazil.
Campos to Niterói. I am just
of course
bastardizing these names.
I know that mine has some Brazil in it, and I was like, I'm not reading that name.
I thought it'd be fun to try. Anyway,
it's fun for me to watch.
I'm glad you're having fun. To all of our fans who are from Brazil, I truly apologize. You have a beautiful language that is just being destroyed by my fat American tongue, just lashing it to death.
Yeah, I know. We're going to get a strike from YouTube.
Uh-oh. Anyways, August 17th, they left Campos to
Uh-huh. This is great. I love this episode. Can Michael read Brazilian names? That's the name of this episode.
That's our spinoff.
Mm-hmm.
Carrying enough cash to purchase a used car. Info gained from the business account that they owned. There are 2 electric technicians, so they got the money from their business accounts.
Of course.
So they,
oh
goodness gracious, here we go. They arrived at Niterói.
Of course.
At 2:30
p.m.
No. Okay, yeah. They took the bus from Campos to Niterói. They arrived at Niterói at 2:30. The receipts found that they had purchased the raincoats at a local shop, so can't be mad at them there. I mean, keep it a local.
Yeah, local. Yeah,
Of course.
keep it weird.
Keep it. No.
Keep it weird, like
No.
Austin, right, guys?
Austin's too
What's
weird.
up, Austinites?
No. There's
Let's
too many
go.
scooters. I got hit by a scooter the other day.
You rode a scooter too, so hey, you're still guilty.
Well, that's why I didn't get mad at him. I was like, hey, careful.
I understand why you rented it.
He's holding his arm. He's like, I'll sue you. It's like, all right. After they purchased the raincoats, they walked to a local bar where they only bought a single bottle of water.
Okay.
The
Trying
waitress,
to stay healthy. It's health conscious, like a real Austinite.
or not just healthy, but hydrated.
Yes. H2O.
H2O, yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. These guys are ready to get some real water down their throats.
But here's the problem.
But to chug.
Waitress said they were acting a little funny. They were acting
funny business.
irritated, almost angry.
Huh. They must have a fear of water. They have
Rabies.
rabies, yeah.
Ooh. But they were not foaming. They said the men seemed agitated, mostly Vienna, glancing nervously around the room and constantly checking his watch every minute.
Oh my gosh, this guy's so stressed.
Yep. They were last seen alive, riding in the back of a Jeep driven by two other men. No one knows what happened to them after that. After that, no one knows what happened, and it has been a mystery for over 50 years.
Huh.
Yep.
It happens in the 60s. Two guys who bought raincoats.
So here are the questions you need to ask.
Okay.
Why did they travel 170 miles to Netiro? Netiro? Yeah.
This is awesome.
Who were they supposed to meet?
Uh-huh.
Why were there? What were the lead masks for? What did the code and instructions pertain to?
I want to see these masks.
It's just crudely cut. Poor little.
Also, if they're lead masks, those could. Lead's really toxic. We can't have lead on us.
Toxic
It's a
to
good
be
thing-
ingested.
It's a good thing they took those pills, so they didn't die of lead poisoning.
That's a good
They
point.
died of the pill poisoning instead. They're thinking
Did
ahead.
they?
Uh huh.
Is that a
They
fact?
probably did. They took you said yourself they took a pill, right?
That's what the instructions told him. It said, take a pill.
Pills.
Well, one theory is they were highly trained technicians who engineered the means to contact extraterrestrial beings.
Okay, I can see
This
that.
was told to them by a close friend.
That makes sense.
Along with that, the theory is both men were transported to an extraterrestrial afterlife, existing in a realm of infinite knowledge.
Whoa.
Once their bodies ceased to work.
Wow. Hey, and we can't dispute that, man. Who knows?
We can't dispute that.
Who knows where they went?
Who knows? The investigators found evidence of. What's this? Okay, yeah, they found evidence that cooperates with the connections to supernatural.
Okay.
Two reputable newspapers mentioned sightings of a UFO hovering around the hill where they disappeared.
Ooh.
Which, of course, that always, I mean, honestly, you got to say that always happens. It's like, hey, these guys disappeared. I saw a UFO there the other night. It's like, did you, old man? It's like, yeah. It's like,
That's
did you?
always what happens.
After they disappeared, then everyone comes forward saying they saw some craziness. A friend of theirs, Eliseo Gomez, said they were members of a local group called Spiritual Scientists.
It sounds it sounds like a cult. Sounds like two guys in a
Sounds
cult.
a little culty.
Yeah.
Apparently, they built a device to contact otherworldly beings. It exploded shortly after they received a message, apparently.
Okay.
They received the message, and then the guys said they took off, and they were never seen from again.
This message will self-destruct in 10, 9.
Sorry, a little sooner.
Sorry, I miscounted.
Premature.
What's the deal with cultists always wanting to they always want to fast forward the process. They can't wait to die. They have to we got to die right now. There's no more waiting. Every cultist, they always have like this thing they got to do. They got to just we should
need to
all
die
just
right
die
now.
because
Let's have a punch party.
I can't wait 30 more years to find the answer. I got to go now.
Actually, I was going to ask you about that. The guy involved in Jonestown, he didn't die himself, did he?
No.
So that was the thing. It's like to kill everyone else off and collect all the money, and then all right, let me move off and do it again.
Yeah, these two guys, these weren't like leaders of the cult. These were just
they were
pawns.
just two silly billies.
Two pawns on the chessboard, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Knocking them over.
Mm-hmm.
What to do here?
As...
Nobody. It's very strange. I don't know. After doing more research, this sounds a little ridiculous. It sounds too. It lines up too well that they built a machine that they could contact, and then shortly after contacting whoever it was, the machine exploded and
Mm-hmm.
where's the machine? Is there anything left of it?
Tractor beam.
Exactly. Also, it gets a little weirder. Apparently, they had pulled out 3 million cruzeiros.
Is that the Brazilian currency?
That's the Brazilian currency.
Okay.
Once again, I
sounds
just
crazy.
Destroyed that name.
Mm-hmm. You're 10 for 10.
Okay. Also, this is even stranger. So another technician was found dead wearing similar lead mask 4 years earlier.
Okay, so yeah, this is like a thing. This is probably some sort of like rite of passage. They're like, if you want to join the club, give us all this money and then go to the top of the mountain. We'll contact you when you have your mask on, take the pill, and that's when you'll see the UFO reach you and pick you up. Like that's the pick up, drop off, or whatever point.
Maybe that's it.
That's what it is. I bet
it's either that or it's just a group of criminals who find like naive, stupid people and are able to convince them like you're gonna meet this spiritual alien that's gonna whisk your soul away to its own planet. Xenu is his name. He's gonna teach you how to dance. Which
is 5 easy payments of $19.99. You can join this club. You just go to the top of the mountain, but pay us first, then go to the mountain.
Take this special magic alien pill that will help you better see. Open your third alien eye.
Ah, yeah, that's how they trick them in.
Turns out to just be a huge hit of acid.
Yeah. I'm glad they were hydrated at least, though. They brought their water bottles.
That's true. But they just wasted the water on those wet towels.
I don't get the towels thing still. What are the towels for?
That's just it.
I don't get the towels.
They don't know what they're for. Sense. They're just having a towel fight until they show up. They're like, I'm bored. Pop.
I don't get the towels at all.
Some people believe that they say that when you look at the message and everything, the way it was written, there were no punctuations or anything. But some say that if you put proper punctuation, it makes a little more sense. So 1630, be at specified location, period. 1830, ingest capsule, period. After effect, protect metals, period. Await signal, period. Masks. So they're thinking that the protect metals, that could possibly mean take out all your jewelry, watches, rings, and then wrap them up in the towels. But
oh, I bet, yeah, that's probably their way of like making them. It's like they're like rationalizing with them, like, oh yeah, you want to put all your stuff away.
You don't want to have your rings with you when you transcend to the alien afterlife.
Yeah, that's
because that ring has like it's a poison. We're all tricked into thinking that these inanimate objects are of importance, and that's actually a weight on your alien soul that holds you to the earth. So you need to wrap it in a wet towel
so bring it in a towel,
touch you.
Wrap it around your waist, real tight. Yeah, it's also probably them being like, because the cult has to keep up with modern technology, so they know that like when you do a CAT scan or with like MRIs and stuff, you can't have any metals in the room. So they're probably thinking like, these tractor beams, you'll just explode. So you got to take your watch off,
take your right off,
take your belt off. Use a towel instead of a belt.
Yep. See that Prince Albert ring you got? Take that out. It's gonna rip your dick right off.
It's just a zingo.
Dick's gonna fly across the mountain.
Ew.
Kid's gonna be flying a kite and find it.
My kite just cut.
I just tripped over something.
It's pretty windy today.
But I don't know. I'm because they found that guy in the similar situation. I'm thinking that it has nothing to do with aliens. I think it's just a group of people who trick these poor, naive souls into doing this. I mean, why were they agitated? They were agitated while they were at the restaurant or the bar.
Right, because they're nervous because they don't know what's about to happen. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm going very Sherlock Holmes on this. Okay.
Where's your hat?
Actually, not really. I'm not that smart. But I'm thinking, okay, they're putting lead masks on because if you go to the dentist, you have to put on like a lead vest before something like radiates you.
Yeah.
They must have thought something was about to. They have to protect their face for some reason.
That's what they were saying.
The mask is protecting something on your head, like some sort of rays.
The UFO they said that was reported said it was a super bright orange ball of light. And so they're thinking maybe they thought that they need to put some kind of eye protector on. And like I said, there was nothing to hook onto the ears or anything. So all you could do is hold it up.
Exactly.
Boom, it happens. Done.
Yeah, they're probably like, you don't need straps. You'll be in the whatever. Who knows? Quickly. Yeah. Okay.
Which at that point, it's like, why should eyes matter? Like you're fixing to be transcending.
Yeah, that's wild to me to think.
I think it was just, once again, these guys were messing with them and said, hey, yeah, bring these lead masks. You're going to need them, you know?
I'm trying to think though.
3 million.
No, this doesn't check out. Hold on, this isn't checking out in my head because you would wear lead masks. You would take a towel with you. The towel thing is so dumb. But you would wear the lead mask to preserve you from dying. But then they take a pill that kills them.
We don't know what the pill does. Maybe the pill doesn't kill them.
Or maybe they. What about this? Maybe they told them the pill was some sort of like. Maybe the pill did kill them, but they were told the pill was like something that would keep them from dying or something during the transcending.
This
event.
Pill will help acclimate your body so that when you get pulled into the spaceship.
It's like when they before you go to Africa or something, they give you a few shots or something.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah, like before you travel to like certain countries, it's like they advise you to take certain shots, for just whatever.
I was curious about that because I started traveling and I was like, am I gonna have to go to the doctor and get a bunch of shots? But I never said anything to anyone and I just left and started traveling. I was like, well, new diseases, here I come.
Yeah. Like they won't even let you. I think when I donated plasma, they don't let you donate if you've been to Africa in the past 8 years or something. You have to like do all this other studying of your blood or whatever, just as a risk thing. I don't know.
Of course. I mean, imagine if like one bag of tainted blood got out there.
Oof. Bad news.
Bad news bears.
For sure. Totally. Well, that's crazy, man.
But yeah, so all this happened. I should also tell you this. The codes were part numbers for electronic components and had nothing to do with the investigation.
That's good.
The alphanumeric code that was there. Only one person technically saw the UFO, Old Man Jenkins.
That's always good. You got the Old Man Jenkins story.
Yeah.
The one witness. So it's like one eyewitness story.
So like two credible newspapers in Brazil reported on this, but then it's like, yeah, just this one guy saw it. It's flying around.
There it is.
He's actually passed out staring into a fire.
That'd be cool.
It's a way to go.
Mm-hmm. Well, cool, dude.
That's pretty much it right there, which once again, I think they just got robbed. I think they were just...
I think they were tricked into a cult that didn't pan out how they thought it would.
Possibly.
That's my kind of theory.
But it's a 50-year mystery. I wonder if there's a reward if you can figure it out.
I don't know. Maybe we should contact D.B. Cooper and ask him.
Or David Politis.
Mm-hmm. They might know.
He might.
Episode 2. Check it out.
Check it out. We're going to go to Brazil.
On YouTube, on iTunes, on SoundCloud.
We're going to go to Brazil and solve this.
Great, man. Well, my topic, are you done?
I'm done.
Then let's, oh, jeez. I almost knocked my mic over. Then let's segue over into the Boogeyman. Woo! So as many of you...
peed a little.
I'm sure you're familiar with the Boogeyman, right? Sort of.
It's a literal man made of boogies.
Yes. From Boogie Nights, the movie where they dance to the Bee Gees. That's where it started.
Is that?
Nope.
All right.
So, and I think I'm going to preface this with I think Santa Claus is a very, very watered down version of the Boogeyman. I'm going to start it off with that, and then it'll make sense to you later. Okay?
I strongly disagree, but all right, let's go.
I also disagree with you, sir. And I'm pointing at you right now.
Well, you
and
know
no one can
what?
see
You
me
know what?
pointing at
That's
him.
your right as an American citizen, and I will fight for you to believe that nonsense.
Oh, that's some Thomas Paine, I think. Quote. I'm not sure if that's what he said. All right, so from my learning here, let me give you the quick summary first.
Give me the deets.
So the Boogeyman is a common allusion to a mythical creature in many cultures. It's a global phenomenon.
Like
Kinda
Bigfoot?
Is Bigfoot all over the globe? I thought that was just
he's
an
all over the
American
place.
lore.
No, dude,
Okay.
he's in China.
Yeah, there's all these like mythologies that just are everywhere. Like remember we talked about the werewolves. You were talking about the skinwalkers, and I thought that was fascinating that like London had their own version, the Native Americans had their own version. Without ever speaking to each other, they had the same sort of
course
fake creature that was half wolf, half man kind of thing.
I think the strangest mythology is like China's version of the zombie.
Oh,
it like
I've
has
not
like
seen
this
that.
weird talisman over its face, and it only
Ooh.
hops. Like it just hops around, and they're like, "Ah, it's a spirit! Run away!"
The version it just hops like he's on a.
They're just on 2 feet and just hopping down the road.
That's a strange way of traveling.
That's how they can tell. But I was like, man, what an easy way to prank like old people. Just put a talisman in front of your face and just start hopping down the road, and
That's
grandma's
pretty cool.
shooting you with a shotgun.
Well, back to the Boogeyman. I would like to do an episode talking about the Chinese zombies.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Maybe
Anyways.
we will.
So adults use this Boogeyman tactic. It's really just a tactic to frighten children into good behavior. The monster has no specific appearance,
I approve.
and conceptions about it can vary drastically from household to household within the same community. It's very broad, can be anything pretty much. And in many cases, it has no set appearance in the mind of the adult or child. It's just simply a non-specific embodiment of terror. Okay.
I think that's what makes it more terrifying is you don't know what it looks like.
Yes, the mind runs wild. And, children's imaginations, they're crazy. They're probably putting little thorns on its face. And
I was scared of the Easter Bunny.
a lot of people are. When you take photos of them, people are scared of it.
Well, my family always laughed at me, and I was like, okay, would you not be terrified if you woke up and you saw, like, the Easter Bunny that you see, like, at the grocery store, like a man in a bunny mask looking down, like, hey.
That would be horrifying.
And he's, like, stroking your cheek, like, shh.
Yes, that would be.
You've been a good boy this year.
Mm-hmm. Please, no.
Don't cry. You're going to wake your mom and get in trouble.
Exactly, dude. That's spooky.
Now you know why I was terrified.
Mm-hmm. So parents tell their children that if they misbehave, the Bogeyman or the Boogeyman, there's multiple ways of calling him, he'll get them. Exactly. The kids are going, oh no, I don't want the Boogeyman to attack me now.
Were you ever scared of it? I was never really scared of it. I mean, they mentioned it. And
that tactic was never used on me, so I don't know. My parents were, thankfully, they didn't. I don't even think they told me that. I honestly don't think they told me Santa Claus was real. I think I always knew from a very young age that it was not real.
That's the same thing. I mean, I woke up one night and I can't remember why, but I remember like I cracked open the door and saw my mom putting stuff in the stockings, and it all just kind of clicked. I was like, oh.
Oh, no. Yeah, we all have that moment, don't we?
I can be as bad as I want and I'll still get presents.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like where were you when 9/11 happened? But with kids, it's that Santa Claus.
Oh my gosh, no, that's nothing like that.
That's the same thing.
Why are you comparing
exactly
9/11 to finding out Santa Claus isn't real?
Because everyone knows where they were when it occurred.
Oh my gosh.
That's not offensive.
Oh.
It's a horrific memory in your brain.
It's not horrific at all.
9/11 was not horrific.
Yes, that was horrific, but
on record saying 9/11 was not horrific.
I am not saying
evil.
9/11 wasn't horrific. I'm saying finding out Santa Claus was not horrific. It was just, classic. I can see that. I did have a friend who was pissed at her parents.
Yeah.
She's like, "Why are you making me look like a fool?" I'm like, "Why are you talking like that?"
I pity the fool who believes in Santa.
I hate you,
Mr. T. That'd be good if he went around the globe, kind of breaking the news to kids. He just ruins all the mall Santa's jobs. He just goes mall to mall. Just,
hey, everybody.
I pity the fool who believes in this Santa Claus. Everyone knows he's fake.
I'm gonna grab this beard and pull it right off.
That'd be awesome. I want to see that. So back into it. Let's see. The Boogeyman is usually a masculine entity, but he can be of any gender or just be androgynous. Okay. And the boogeyman may target a specific mischief. Okay. He might be in certain realms of, what do you call it? Spookiness.
That didn't clarify a damn thing.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back. So, for instance, a boogeyman can be one that he punishes children who suck their thumbs. So the parent will tell them, "Child, don't suck your thumb or the boogeyman will get you and take you away."
Good God, over something so trivial? What? Why are the parents talking like that?
It's horrific. I mean, this is insane to tell your kid like these horrific things. And then also this, depending on what purpose they need to serve. So whether it's like they don't want to eat their vegetables, don't want to go to bed, which I don't get the thing not going to bed. How would you trick a kid into falling asleep by like completely scaring them to the point where they just lie in bed awake, staring at the ceiling for like 4 hours?
Child, did you get your rest? No, I kept thinking of the boogeyman. He's going to come drag you away now.
Yeah, it just gives kids nightmares. I don't get that.
I don't know. Maybe the parents are twisted.
Yeah. So, in most cases, the boogeyman is a nickname for the devil, and the tales vary region to region. But it's all over the place. It's pretty much a global character. Like, for example, in Icelandic, the boogeyman is called Grýla. Okay? Grýla. I don't know if that's how you say it, but...
Grýla.
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 A female troll who would take misbehaving children and eat them during Christmas Eve. Could you imagine? And think about it. See my point earlier. Santa Claus is a watered-down boogeyman.
No, he's not.
And point. Case.
No.
And point.
Oh, congratulations. Hello. You found a connecting story that the rest of the world knows. He's not Santa Claus.
Well, hold on. Let me continue then.
All right, continue. You're not convincing
Grýla is also known as the mother of the Yule lads, the Icelandic equivalent of Santa Claus. Boom. In your face.
Congratulations, Iceland, the place that was mispronounced because they wanted to trick Vikings into thinking it was covered in snow. They have the same name for Santa as they do Grýla.
Stop.
Did I not pronounce it right?
I don't think so. I'm not sure. You got all the Brazilian ones right. So here's some etymology. Do you know what etymology means?
No, I don't.
It's the study of the origin of words. All right. The word bogey is believed to be derived from Middle English as something frightening or scarecrow. Theories on its origin include the root meaning goat, the greatest of all time.
Like the fainting goat?
No, goat. No. Or a cognate of the German bog. I can't say that.
Say it.
Goblin. It's German for goblin. B with the O and the double dot over the O.
Yeah, that's
G-G-E.
Boogie.
Boogie. Oh, boogie.
Yeah.
Okay,
Boogeyman. Cool. Boogie, boogie, boo.
All right, so how does... No. So how does this... And so like other cultures, you got the sack man. All right, in Spanish American cultures. The sack man. Why is that...
The sack man going to get you, child.
Watch out, children. The sack man's coming.
What is that from?
He's the boogeyman variant. I don't know. But he's portrayed as a man with a sack, obviously, on his back, who carries naughty children away. This is true in most Latin American countries, as in Brazil, Portugal, Spain.
It's like that creature in Bloodborne.
I know. I think Bloodborne's taken a lot of the myth from all this stuff.
They take myth from all sorts of stuff. There's werewolves. There's trolls.
Yeah, there's more stuff, too. So then, okay, you got the sack man. You have El Coco.
Does he bring cocoa treats to the good little kids?
Mm-hmm. No. What? El Coco is a monster common in many Spanish countries, or El Cucuy in Mexico.
Yes! My friend would always tell me, he's like, what was it?
El Cucuy?
Cucuy. He would always say, cucuy. And so one day I tried to imitate him, and I was like, yeah, koi. And he's like, what? What are you saying? I was like, yeah, that spooky thing, koi. And he's like, no, that's just a fish, cucuy.
Oh yeah, koi is just a fish, isn't it?
He would always get scared and be like, oh, cucuy.
That's kind of cool. Now you know the origin. It's like this is kind of a cool day for you now, learning that.
Full circle, man.
Yeah.
Full circle. It's been like 7 years in the making.
That's good. And then in Brazil, it's cuca. You know Brazil. You just read about Brazil for this.
Yeah. La cucaracha,
La
la cucaracha, enchilada, blah, blah, blah.
No. What is wrong with you? That is so insensitive. How dare you,
What?
sir? How dare you?
How was that?
I actually like that song. It's a good song.
I couldn't remember the words, and all I can remember was the Fairly Odd Parents. That's what he sings.
Oh,
Thanks,
my God.
Cosmo. You got me in trouble.
So, yeah, like
Cosmo's a fairy from Fairly Odd Parents.
oh yes, of course. Are
He's
you gonna interrupt me
green
again,
hair.
or can I continue?
Hashtag back to the story.
Okay, hashtag continue. So in Spain, the parents will tell little lullabies to tell their children, warning them that if they do not go to sleep, El Coco will come and get them.
But if they do go to sleep, they'll get coco on their pillows.
They'll get
They'll wake up to coco. Like, oh, I got a piece of coco.
yes,
Mm.
yes.
I don't know why they're Italian. Mamma mia.
And if
Coco.
Mamma Mia, that's Italian.
That's
not
what I
Spain.
said. I was doing the accent with like an Italian
Oh my
accent.
God.
Oh, it's a coco. My accents are all over the place.
I can't handle this right now. Okay. Yeah, so the rhyme originated in the 17th century and has evolved over the years, but it still retains its original meaning. And coconuts received that name because of their brownish, hairy surface, and it reminded the Portuguese explorers of Coco, a ghost with a pumpkin head. Pretty wild, huh?
Wait,
Pretty wild.
What explorers did it?
The Spanish. No, wait, no. The Portuguese.
Portuguese.
This is us just talking like Italians.
Portuguese.
This is not-
The cucaracha, the
No.
coco, the coco head. The coco on the pillow and the coco on the head.
I gotta power through this. But about this, in Brazilian folklore, they got a similar character called Cuca. It's depicted as a female humanoid alligator. Humanoid alligator. That's like a
That's hot.
in Oblivion and in Skyrim. You can be
I
those. What are those called?
Oh, Brian would know.
Mm-hmm. Anyways,
What are they called? The lizard.
no, let's not get
people.
off topic. So there's
I won't chase that rabbit.
that famous lullaby song by most parents to their children that says that Cuca will come get them if they don't sleep, just as in Spain. So that it's all about kids
Sing me
not
the
wanting to go
song.
to bed,
Sing
and
me
so
the
all
song.
these cultures just decided, let's just make a horrible creature that scares them asleep. That's the strategy. I'm gonna scare you sleepy.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. Exactly. Hopefully they just pass out like with those goats you were talking about earlier.
That's what they're hoping
that's
for
the
to scare them
plan.
so bad they black out.
Exactly. It is faint. All right, they're bed.
It works. Now we can do adult stuff.
All right, so let's shift this. There's other cultures too, but I don't need to go down every single version. Okay, we get the gist, right, folks? I'm waving my hands around because I'm trying
He
to.
is. Why do you talk with
Let's
your
get into the
arms?
U.S. of A. Great old America, right?
All right.
Cue sound of eagle right here.
Ah!
That's
Go,
terrible.
go, go.
Okay. The Boogeyman may be called the Booger Man or the Booger Master. No, wait, Booger Monster.
Ooh.
That's where we get our boogies
Booger
from.
monster?
hmm In rural areas of American South. And he was often used to keep children away from playing outside past dark or wandering off into the forest. Another
Did-
tactic.
Did not work on me.
No, you did. You were much of a wanderer.
I was a wanderer.
But you're here to tell
I
the
was
tale. You're
a-
still alive.
Hopeless wanderer.
Oh. I'm a
That's
hopeless
song
romantic.
that's a song by those guys that wear suspenders.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Willie Nelson.
no, those guys.
In the
that-
movie?
No, they're hipsters, but they.
I don't know. All right, can
I
we
think I real
continue?
big for a while. Damn it.
You don't know the name, obviously. I want to just continue this story.
Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna think about.
Unless
the
this
name.
is really important, I don't think it is.
Keep going. I'm gonna try to think of the name.
Okay. So,
They
and-
sing "Little Lion Man."
all right. Are you done?
Go on.
They have those squeeze boxes too. They have a squeeze box.
Who does?
The band you're talking about. I know what you're talking
They have
about.
a
So-
squeeze box? What's
Yeah.
a squeeze box? Are you talking about
an
an accordion?
yes.
You're calling an accordion a squeeze box?
the-
What is wrong with you?
We're in Austin, dude. We call it different things here.
You're not from Austin.
I said we're in
And
Austin.
no one
I corrected
calls it-
myself.
No one calls it a squeeze box. That
Yes,
sounds
they
like a
do.
juice box.
A juice box.
I'm thinking
We're
juice
not
box.
children having apple juice right now.
That's why I'm like, why is he bringing up
Welch's.
squeeze boxes? Because you would squeeze the box when you're done to get that last little sip.
Calm down. Let's get back here, okay? I'm gonna reel us back in.
Mumford and Sons.
Yes.
All
There
right.
we go.
All right, let's go.
All right, back. We're back. So also during the Corn Festival,
In
not
Pawnee.
the band. The Corn Festival by the young Cherokee males, they would be wearing caricature masks, and they would make fun of politicians. They would frighten children into being good, and they'd shake their masks at young women and chase them around. Whee!
Wait, Native American tribes had politicians?
I'm talking about. I think this is later on. I don't know. I did go down the Wikipedia rabbit hole
I'm
with
just
the Corn
picturing
Festival.
like an actual like Native American guy with the feathers in his head, but he's
Mhm.
wearing like a politician's suit. Like, yes, this is good for the campaign trail. I'm glad we stopped by this village.
This one tier, he sees some litter.
Well, no. He gets scared. He's sitting there talking, and they come up with the Booger Man mask. Oh, jeez!
Mm-hmm. Well, they would do the booger dance, so that's
Ooh.
kind of where we get Boogie Nights from.
Hmm.
That's false. I just made that up.
Nope, I think it's true. I read it in a book once.
That's true. So yeah, those are the Boogeyman, and in the Midwest we got Boogeyman could scratch at your window, which is kind of not that scary. I guess that's scary.
Yes, it is. You wake up to like a hideous claw scratching in your window.
Okay.
Well, that's why everybody
Poe.
in all the old cartoons, they would like see the scratching on the, but it's like just a tree.
Yes, I think Edgar Allan Poe had a story about a scratching window thing.
Nah, his was about a raven and a heart.
Okay, I'm sorry. What about this? Eastern Iowa,
It's
he's
too late
called
to
the Corn Stalker. The Boogeyman's called the Corn Stalker.
Just stalks corn.
But it's spelled with a K, so I don't get that. Maybe that's what the band's Corn's named after.
You think so?
Yes.
Named after a boogeyman?
In other places, he hides or appears from under the bed or in the closet and
Yep.
tickles children when they go to sleep at night. While in others, he is a tall figure in a black hooded cloak who puts children in a sack.
Sounds like a pedophile.
And it's said that a wart can be transmitted to someone by the boogeyman.
A wart?
Yeah, so if a kid had a wart, could you imagine the bullying of a child with a wart? He's already got a wart. Now people are telling the boogeyman touched him.
Were you touched by the boogeyman?
I don't know. Don't give me that look.
I burned all my warts off, so I'm good. It's like he never touched me.
Okay.
Hashtag me too.
Yes. And then finally, there's the Jersey Devil. You know about the Jersey Devil.
I know all about that Jersey
Yes.
Devil.
Oh,
Yeah.
Originated in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey in the early 18th century.
It's a Jersey thing.
Jersey.
Jersey.
The Jersey Devil.
That Jersey Devil, he's cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
He's cabbage.
It's originally described as having a horse's head, bat wings, cloven hooves, and a serpent's tail.
I could have sworn it was a goat head. Interesting.
Yeah. And then regarding the famous Jersey Devil sightings of 1909, two people, Lauren Coleman and Ivan Sanderson, offered the explanation that they were part of an elaborate real estate hoax used by developers as a boogeyman figure to frighten residents into selling their property at low prices.
Are you kidding me?
They used the boogeyman tactic of the Jersey Devil to get people to sell their land.
So what?
Afraid.
They just had some guy. "Oh, I'm the Jersey Devil.
Some guys just in the.
You better sell your property. A booga 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 boo.
Exactly. We probably had some sort of like man bear pig costume on in the woods.
God, that's terrifying.
Spooking people. Makes sense though. I wonder what the modern versions of these are now. Of real estate hoaxes.
So yeah, Boogeyman, if you're texting and not going to bed, he's gonna crawl through your phone and
He totally slides in your DMs when you don't want him to. Horrific.
all your emojis disappear and they're all just blanks.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a fun little exploration of the Boogeyman and his history and how he plays a part in our culture. Pretty
All right.
fun stuff.
Still don't believe he's Santa, but all right.
Do you want me to tell the final part of the story here?
I would like for you to tail
Tail?
me what you know.
I hate you. There's someone who ended up getting nicknamed the Boogeyman in America. Albert Fish. Have you heard of this name?
God, with that kind of name, you'd think I'd pick on him.
Yes. I'm going to give you a short synopsis on Albert Fish, but I will warn anyone listening. This is a very messed up dude. And I'm not going to go into full detail because he's honestly, I was reading about it and I was getting physically ill reading his story. So I'm just going to give you a quick little.
Let me ask you, is he worse than
the guy from Illinois?
DB? No, not
DB Cooper.
No, Jeffrey Dahmer. Jeffrey Dahmer.
I'm not familiar with what he did exactly.
All right, well, go ahead. Just.
But this is so Albert Fish. He was born 1870 and died 1936. He was an American serial killer, and he was nicknamed the Gray Man, the Werewolf of Wisteria, the Brooklyn Vampire, the Moon Maniac, and even the Boogeyman. He even had that nickname, and it's because he was not only a child rapist, but he was also a cannibal. Two of the worst things you could probably be. And he boasted that he had tons of kids in different states. He stated he had over 100, but no one was really sure what the real number is. And I read one of his letters he wrote. It was so messed up. This guy is so evil. So it's not really known if all of the things he said is truthful, but he was confirmed for 3 murders for sure. Cops said he was a suspect in 5. And it's always like children. So it's like really, I'm bringing us really far down here and sad. I'm sorry. We were having a good time earlier.
We were having a great time.
This is a real boogeyman, a real life boogeyman.
Boogeyman's not a joke.
If it makes you feel better, I don't know if this helps at all, but he's was dead. Killed. He's dead, and he was killed by the electric chair.
I feel a little bit better.
And I'm not like a huge fan of the electric chair, but I'm almost okay with him dying that way because of his crimes.
Well, it's like, what are your other options? Just have everyone pay for him live a cushy life, like.
I know, right?
What was that other
this
Charles
is the guy,
Manson?
Like I'm not like a big fan of the death penalty or anything, but this guy, I don't want him alive.
Of course,
this dude's evil, dude.
Yeah,
like straight up just. But the other thing is too, his family had a history of mental illness. Like his uncle suffered from mania, his brother was confined to a mental hospital, and his sister had like. Psychology hadn't really even worked out yet at this period.
Of course not. They were doing what? Lobotomies at the time?
I don't know. But
it's oh, you got a crazy son here. Let me drill a hole and give a quick tap and he should be good, but that made him worse.
And this makes me wonder too, because his whole family had a history. It's like a family, like you can tell there's something genetically going on in his family that someone's passing down some sort of trait that's making all these people insane. Because his sisters, his mother had oral and visual hallucinations. 3 of his other relatives had mental illness.
What's an oral hallucination?
You hear stuff.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
I thought oral was
audio, like A-U-R-A-L.
Oh, okay.
Audio. Not O-R-A-L. Sorry. Aural.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Makes way more sense now.
So I feel like this dude's really bad. Did not help the fact that he was like put in an orphanage as a kid and was like whipped a bunch. He was whipped. It's really just a horror story from the beginning to end. His whole life is just a terrible series of events.
There's a YouTube channel that I was listening to for a while, and they went over like some of the worst serial killers, and there was a reoccurring theme of they suffered head injuries, and they were also in a strict religious family, which I'm not saying that religion was the thing, but it was like the bad part, kind of like crazy religious people.
Right, yeah, when it gets too far into the
you told a lie. Well, let me cut your tongue so you'll think twice before telling a lie.
Yes. It's dark.
Very dark. Thanks for bringing us down.
So I'm glad I ended us on the lowest note possible, but on the bright side, Santa Claus is basically the boogeyman.
He is not, and I will fight you.
I think I've proven my point.
Just because something about a Yule log and
Iceland.
Yeah, Iceland. Cool beans, man. They can't even name their country properly. It's green, not ice.
Dude. Whatever, dude. You're so jealous of my swag.
Well, yeah, because you used to have that swoopy little mustache, and I was like, it's got this Western mustache.
You know what I will say though?
What
about the boogeyman? I'm kind of glad we've watered it down to just Santa being the reason as a tool to make kids do good stuff, right? Like if you're on the naughty list, you won't get gifts this year. That's better to say that than to say, if you're not good, if you don't eat your soup, you're going to get stolen tonight in your sleep.
Before you say that,
that's a better tactic.
Back in the day, I mean, apparently my dad even knew there was Krampus. He was the one that dealt with the bad kids. Good kids got presents from Santa. Bad kids were beaten with birch and thrown into a sack and had loud, rusty chains rattled around them. Yeah, nothing worse than a rattling, rusty chain.
Oh.
But apparently my dad knew all about it. He's like, oh, yeah, my uncle would always tell us about Krampus and scare the crap out of us. But he's like the polar opposite of Santa.
I want to see that movie.
It's pretty good. I liked it.
I'm going to see it.
Let's watch it right now.
All right, let's go.
All right, we got to go.
There it is.
Bye.
Bye.